Hello. So, I know I don't normally do videos like this, but this is a special occasion for me. Um, if it's not your kind of video, feel free to click off. But today, I just want to talk about Rec Room. I've been playing Rec Room for honestly as long as I can remember. I started in 2022. Is when I first joined Rec Room. I think the first game that I ever played was Nations PvP. So shout out HKR. I loved that game. I still do. Sometimes I still go in and play it every now and then. But I just want to use this video today to talk about my experience on Rec Room. Because, well, I mean, if you haven't heard the news, Rec Room's getting shut down. It's kind of sudden. I wasn't expecting it. Honestly, I was hoping that it was just an April Fool's joke, but we're a little past that now, so I don't think it is anymore. But I think I first started using the Maker Pen around 2023, late 2023. Initially, I wanted to be a builder, but I never really was good at that, So I set my sights on doing CV2, and I think from 2023 to like early 2024, I just kind of like experimented with CV2. Eventually I got to what I would call like not a master's level, but like I have a pretty good understanding of CV2. And so I made my first game, my first solo game, which was, gosh, what was it? I think it was Dolphino's, the gun game. That was my first game, was a gun game. I don't think I have it published anymore because, I mean, it was really bad. We don't talk about that game, But that was my first game. It means a lot to me. I think I had a little bit of help on that game from my teacher, my CV2 teacher. Shout out Yasyet. Greatest CV2 teacher. He's a really nice guy. I say keep contact with him. I've messaged him a few times over the months/years. I really like the guy. He got me through. At that point, when I took his class, I knew CV2 at like an above basic level. So his class was like a basic CV2 class. So like I passed it with like flying colors, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think I passed it pretty well. The game that I submitted for my final project was a meme game that I called Don't Click the Button, where every time that you click the button, it would just like do a random thing. Like there was like back when Quandale Dingle was popular. There was a Quandale Dingle meme in there. There was like King of the Hill, parkour. Gosh, that was a time. That was a time. I don't count that as my first solo game because that was with a partner. Gosh, I can't remember his name, but he was a nice guy. Yeah, I passed that class, and then after that, I really started making games. I can't remember every game that I made in Rec Room, but I remember a few of them. I helped with the CV2 on two popular games at the time, which were Ignited Chica and Escape. I don't know. It was one of the billions of backrooms games on Rec Room. I helped with the CV2 on those. Unfortunately, both of them were sold, so I don't have co-owner anymore. But those were, at the time, my two most popular games. Now, my most popular games are like Christian Rec Center, it's a good one. I did some CV2 on that. I don't know how many visits that. It's at a lot. And then I have a few other games that I have that are popular, but I love doing circuits. It was it's my favorite pastime on Rec Room was to just kind of hop into a creative thing at a room and just make random things. I have like 14 different rooms titled Dolphino's Maker Room _ 1846 billion. I have a lot of them. And because of Rec Room, I got into coding. I now know a lot of coding languages. I know Python, I know Lua. I know Lua for 5M and Roblox. I mean, I know quite a few coding languages. I know C#, Unity, and all of that is because of Rec Room. If I never would have joined Rec Room, I don't think I ever would have like gotten a knack for coding. And the amount of people that I met on Rec Room, gosh, I can't even count. I've met so many good friends on Rec Room. A lot of them I still talk to. I mean, like, still talk to Ashimori. He's a good friend that I met on Rec Room. Shout out him. He's never gonna beat me in FPS chess. He always wants to try, never will. I've made just a lot of lifelong friendships. If I didn't mention you, don't get mad at me. All right, I'm trying to keep it together here. You know, I can't think too well. But I've met so many friends on Rec Room and made so many connections. I mean, and I think that like even after Rec Room, you know, shuts down, I think I'll still be friends with them, including you. Yes. But I've been so lucky on Rec Room. My game's getting popular. I have 3,000 subscribers on Rec Room. I mean, not a lot of people can say that. Not that I'm trying to like gloat about, haha, I have so many. I don't deserve it. You know, the only thing that I do is circuiteering, and I do it at like not even a master's level. Like, do I do my circuits really good? Yes. And do I organize unlike some circuiteers? Yes. But there are a lot of greater circuiteers out there that could have been given a chance that didn't. And I did. And I'm so grateful for that. Initially, when Rec Room announced their shutdown, I honestly thought that I wouldn't be able to cash out. I think at the time I had 1,800 tokens. Or, sorry, not 1,800. I had 180,000 tokens at the time. And the minimum cash out is 250,000. When I started creating games back in like 2024, early 2024, my goal that I had set for myself was I wanted to cash out at least once on Rec Room. And I thought that when, you know, Rec Room announced their shutdown, I thought I'd never hit that. I think my lifetime earned tokens is, I think, in the million at this point. It's either like 1 million or 900,000. I made a lot of tokens in Rec Room, but a lot of times in my earlier days, I would just give a lot of it away. Because I didn't really, like, I wanted to cash out, of course, but I also liked giving to people. I'm not trying to make myself sound like a saint here. But I did gift a lot, so I was never really able to cash out. But in these later years, I've started saving up my tokens that I've made from games. And I thought I wouldn't cash out. You know, I was still like 70k away. But then I got lucky because one of my friends who was quitting, I asked him, hey, you have any spare tokens that you're not going to spend since Rec Room's shutting down? He was like, yeah. And he sent me over 80K. It still wasn't enough because of the 75% that Rec Room takes. So I got another friend, Gunner. I asked him if he'd loan me, 12K to cash out. He said sure. And I can officially say that I completed my goal on Rec Room. I cashed out for 250,000 tokens. I haven't gotten the money or the golden hoodie yet, but they'll be coming eventually. I thought that wouldn't happen, but it did because of the support of my friends and the community. Without the Rec Room community, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have gotten into circuiteering. I wouldn't have gotten into coding. I wouldn't have made games that people on Rec Room actually loved and liked to play. I think, there was a time on Rec Room where I wanted to quit. I think that's when drama went down with a popular game that I helped create, which was Ignited Chica. And I quit. I quit for a while. I didn't want to play. But finally, I was bored one day and I said, what's the worst that could happen? So I hopped back on Rec Room. I made a game, released it. Didn't get too popular. And then my friend, the good friend, Scythe, who I met on Rec Room and I still talk to, he wanted to make a game with me. And so we made Skypawns, which was a collaboration of me, Scythe, and Skull, popular YouTuber. He did voice acting for it. Scythe did the building and some of the CV2, and then I did a lot of the CV2. I think there's a total of, at this current moment, 4,000 chips of CV2 in there, probably more. It's a big game for how simple it is. Skypawns is a hangout, chill fishing game. Sky Skull was that it was something like web fishing. I think we pulled that off pretty well. It's a fun game. If you haven't played it, feel free to. But after I made that game, I really got back into Rec Room. I wanted to play it again. I wanted to make games again. And so I did. I went on to make other games and help on other games. And now I sit where I am today. 3,000 subscribers. I just cashed out. And I can't help but think back to all the memories that I made with all of you in the community and all of the friends that I've made and memories that I've made. It's been great. Rec Room's a great game. I love it with all my heart. I love the community with all my heart. Are there some bad apples? Yeah, there are some bad apples in there. But the greater Rec Room community has been so nice to me, so welcoming. I've met some Rec Room staff in the past. They've all been great. I had a good talk with popular people like Hairy Man Legs. He's such a nice guy to talk to if you ever meet him. I've talked to Atlas before in game. Atlas, once again, such a nice guy. He also did a video on Rec Room. Go watch it, But I've met a lot of people who have helped me get to where I am today, sitting here. And I never once thought that Rec Room would shut down like it is. I thought that I could keep making games, but here we are, and it's happening. And it's sad. I hate to see it go, but it makes sense. If you don't know why Rec Room is shutting down, I'll leave a link in the comments to their official blog post. But to kind of sum it up, they never knew, they could never figure out how to make Rec Room a profitable game and make money off of it. And so finally, they couldn't keep supporting it. They had to shut it down. And because of that, July 1st, right? Or no, June, I think. I don't know, June or July 1st, one of the two. Rec Room is shutting down. It's hard, honestly. I never thought that it'd come to this. I hoped that I could continue making friends and continue, socializing and making games on a Rec Room. But if I had to rate my experience on Rec Room, or sum it up, I think that I gave it my Rec Room best. Did Rec Room have its ups and downs? Yeah. Did I have my ups and downs? Yeah, absolutely. But all in all, I loved Rec Room. I still do. I've made unforgettable memories and lifelong friends playing this game. And it's just hard. It's hard to see it go. But I think it's time for us to graduate. It's time for us to let go and go on new adventures. Find new people. And to close this out, thank you, Rec Room. You were there for me in some of my brightest times, my darkest times. I've made so many friends that have supported me, and so many memories throughout my time on Rec Room. And I wouldn't be here without the platform that you built. So, thank you for bringing me to where I am today. And thank you to the community for always being there.